That's great.
After 7 years of hard work and surviving the pandemic now, we're being evicted to raise rent and stop our legal business from thriving. Our psilocybin business is open, and our license is up in November. We are not going anywhere, we're streaming live 24/7 for 30 days. Share your story. Stand with us together, we can fight back. Join our live stream now. Share your struggles together, we can make it.
What's up, viewer? Sorry I missed you. I was updating our social medias. You know, because you gotta be doing the social medias if you want to make it in today's age. Oh, yeah. Oh.
So I reserve the right not to answer your question.
Whoa. I didn't expect that. It puts your life in danger talking about mushrooms?
Yes, that's the one. That's the one. God, this is taking forever to upload. God, it's taking forever to upload that one. God, badass idea. So, That go fucking hard.
One time, and they say it had this profound impact on the course of their entire
I'm doing great. How about yourself? Thanks for stopping in, Stitch. You playing some games over there, I hope? My eyeballs are almost just burnt out, bro. I don't think I can do it anymore. Day 9. Did I put day 9 on the thing? I sure hope I. Top of the water. Oh, damn it. Fuck. fuck? Oh, I'm still get too tired to do this. I'm not chopping that one. Fuck that. Don't do it. Don't post it if it ain't correct. Okay. You gotta remember what it's like to play.
Oh, well,
Yeah, next couple weeks. With humble beginnings and most likely an extremely humble end. So, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. That's the point. Every day is stress. The next day I wake up and I know that today they're actually distrust them. They don't believe. I agree. I am tired as fuck as well. I don't know how much more juice I got in me, but I'm on a good flow, so I'm just gonna keep riding it. You have a good night. Get some rest, man. I appreciate you tuning in. We need one more follower. Try to get one more person just to drop in and say hi. Tomorrow, after you get some rest. What's up? Say hello. We're looking for one more follower. Come on. Yes. Thank you. My name is Willie T. I'm a psilocybin service provider. Right now I'm just working on creating AI and chopped up videos to flood social media, so when I go to Denver and I meet people, the interaction between my geocoding will pop up my little videos in their feeds and hopefully create more network connections and continue the flow of the business. So, little tip of advice for you. Hopefully that was worth the follow. If I got a TikTok dance, I'm just joking. I'm here for any questions you have. Thanks for dropping in. Thanks, Stitch, for sending the person my way. You have a good night. Alright, I'm going to jump back over to this video, but I'll be right back. So just type something in the chat, and we'll say hello. Yo.
I don't know that, my third eye opened or I became part of some cosmic unifying theory, nothing like that. It gave me an ability to understand that there are other angles to look at things. Opened me up to the possibility of alternate perspectives. It was helpful to me creatively and in some ways inspiring to me. It is a full-on mind and body, a sensory, visual, audio-visual experience. I didn't come out of it thinking, wow, I've really changed my philosophy. I just think it made me more open-minded, a willingness and even an eagerness to step into other people's shoes, to look at the world from perspectives other than the ones that I was raised with. That said, I've really never felt the urge to do it again. I feel I kind of learned what I had to learn, and beyond that, it becomes more of a masturbatory experience rather than an enlightening one. I think that it's a drug with a lot of positive things to be explored and a lot to be said for it. I would recommend
guess going on 3. I think I've got a solid base for everything. Alright, let's final check everything. Okay. How many we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 10 downloading. Okay. Let's hope that stays good. Okay. We got here. Okay, we're at 58 minutes left. Okay, that's fair. This still never did it. This could get shut down. This before we uploaded. I'll put something on, put a couple more there. We need a flood that week. Yeah, we need to flood this whole week. Right here. I'll do this. I'll even flood this up. I need to do some sponsored content too. Fucking website timers are fucking down like a motherfucker. Ouch. Come on, website. Get some more views. Okay. Up. Oh, did this stop on? Oh, did. That's good. Let's see. This 25 hour and just try that. Okay. I'm gonna roll out too. I'll catch some sleep. Right now, or y'all are creating what this digital age has created. You know, people don't just mindlessly watch TV so they could be advertised. They want to engage. They want to know something's happening, and you know, we're seeing that happen. When I was homeless, you know, no one batted an eye, no one cared. You know, you're just a complete nuisance. I know there's a lot of people that feel like that still, but there's also a lot of people who go out and help the homeless, and I'm 100% for it. Like, even if you're going out and recording, don't go out and record someone's sad life, though. You know, ask them. Make sure that they're okay with it, because sometimes that story needs to be told. And if you're encouraged to go out there and get freaking help people, and it gets you views and helps you earn some money, that is good. Like, I do not see anything wrong with that. Yeah, that person is helping themselves and they're helping their little channel, but you can also literally see them giving it back. You can literally see them going in, like there's this great guy who goes and buys food. You can see it, you know. So, and they're also encouraging others to do it. I think that when things are, you know, what is this called? It's Plato's, you know, the story of the cave. You know, when it looks like something different that's outside of and normal, people will ridicule it. They're not, you know, happy with it. That's what it is, because that's outside the normal. What is considered normal? Get up, take your shower, go to work all day, spend all day, you know, 8 hours of your day, hit lunch, get your little break in, go home, you know, be so tired from the day that you just, you know, eat dinner and fall asleep and do it all over again. 6 days a week, 50 weeks, 6 days a week, 50 weeks, not 6, most people work 5, you know, 50 weeks a year, you know, hopefully you get that 2-week vacation. Most of us ain't getting no 2-week vacation, but add up the maybe couple of holidays you get off, there you go, there's your second week. You know, is that really normal? Is that normal? It's normal to us because we see it as normal. That's how it's been since this particular day, since the first factory, you know? But is it inherently bad? No. I mean, I live, you know, I would never have bananas where I live, or coconuts. Coconut water, we wouldn't have coconut water, right? So it's not inherently bad. It's not inherently bad that that we have a system that people do work with, you know. What is inherently bad is that we just get lost in continuously working on it and, you know, perceiving what we perceive others as, like way too much. Like way too much. Like, let's do that. Let's figure that out. Right? So if, let's see here, I want to pull up, let's see here, we're going to pull a sheet, and we'll take it over here. Okay, perfect. And then I think what I'll do is, so I can keep staring at the computer screen, we're going to size this up and we'll drop this down. There we go. Yeah. Oh, we can't really see the chat. Yeah. Oh, this. There we go. Now we can see the chat. Okay. We can see the chat. We can see the screen. Let's get back over here. Okay. So, it's a little, like, off for timing. Like, you know, let's play with this. I got an idea. We're going to experiment something. This is something I've wanted to do for a long time, and we're going to do it. I pretty much came up with it, like, while in a session, because when I'm in a session, I am fully there for you. I am not... That's not what's happening. The most, I even tell my clients, the most when I'm on my phone, I'm taking notes for you. You know, I'm setting the music up. That's it. I'm not scrolling through Facebook, because I also find too, your energies. If my energy is answering emails and dealing with problems, well, that energy is felt, and it's the same. So, you know, we don't do phones, we don't do that. But I'm always wondering, and I have contemplated just how much we waste. So, how much does the how many calories does the brain use on thinking about, let's just straight up ask the question about others' perceptions. Let's just ask the question. I don't think there's going to be an answer for this. But that's the question I'm asking myself. I want to actually calculate how much energy. I want to calculate how much energy we waste worrying about what other people are thinking about us. How much of time every day goes into worrying about what someone thinks about you. How much of our time and how much of our lives are wasted in those thoughts. Now I know it's super easy for you to probably say, I don't waste no time on that. Be honest with yourself. How much time do you think goes into worrying about what others perceive you as, what others think of you as? You know? I mean, we are literally inside of a box right now, on this video, you know, presenting ourselves in hopes that people appreciate what they see, you know. So how much energy is going to that? How many calories do you have to consume, you know, for this, right? And if you're consuming calories to do this, how much does that calories convert into energy? Because, you know, I think there was a study that did it. There was calories. How many? What was the question? It was how many calories? How many calories it took to get you the sandwich? Yeah, it was a chicken sandwich. That's what it was. It was a chicken sandwich. How many calories and how much energy it took to get the chicken sandwich. And I think a guy even took the experiment a little further and made his own chicken sandwich, and it took him 6 months to produce the chicken sandwich. And the video, it was a mediocre chicken sandwich. So let's see. Does the brain burn calories while thinking? Yes, the brain burns calories while thinking. Oh, wow. So I guess it's burning 20% of our energy just as we go. Okay, I guess I should read this, right? That's how we should do this. Your brain also uses energy to perform normal functions. Although it makes up 2% of your body weight, it burns 20% of the energy you consume. This metabolic activity is generally consistent regardless of what you're doing. So I guess constantly we're doing that. Well, I guess I just squashed the... I'll have to, of course, look a little deeper. You won't want to just accept the first hotline. But I guess that generally squashes it. You need to burn... a mental task. Calories and 30 minutes of reading. This person would have to read almost 6 hours to learn. Wow. Well, look at that. We just burnt a hole. This is so funny because I have wanted to answer this so long, and Never really sat down and took the time just to kind of read about it. And the first article is obviously telling that you generally burn the same amount no matter what you're doing. Yeah, we're not trying to lose weight by thinking like this. This article might be just biased, just because it is top SEO has it on its top search. So it's sticky. There we go. That's a good question. This is gonna be a deep question. Deep question. Guess I popped a hole in my own bubble here. Alright, well, gotta admit when you're wrong, I guess. So it's saying while thinking burns 1/10 of a calorie per minute. So our brains burn about 400 calories per day, plus or minus 10%. The difference is small. Like, okay, so what's that saying? All right. Let's okay, so let's look a little bit deeper. Just surface level. Popped a hole in the bubble already. So I guess I'm completely wrong. We are not wasting a lot of energy worrying about what other people. Well, we're not wasting physical industry. Yeah, we are not wasting physical energy when thinking what others' perceptions of us are. Okay, so I guess generally we're burning 20% of our calories per day naturally, give or take 10%, which equates to about 400 calories per day just to exist. Okay, so that is, not much room for, it would be really small to calculate out how much of that isn't taught. But let's see, I guess this is counterintuitive though, because I've seen a study on, so I've seen a study that it takes about, I'm getting it now. Oh lordy. Okay, so the study I seen was a marketing study. I remember this, and it was all about marketing. And marketing will skew the numbers. So marketing skewed the numbers and said that for marketing, when you're getting to like a marketing message, you want to be less thought. You don't have to have anyone think very far. Otherwise, you lose them after a while, because if you're burning calories to think about nothing, your brain will be like, we're not thinking about that. Let's keep moving and doing what we need to do. So marketing had suggested that, for every page you have to click on, or every extra step in the process to getting to your services, that's 45 calories, that just makes perfect sense, because if we take, let's see, 400. Yeah, that's funny. So I imagine we need to look that up. But let's see here. Let's go with Google Scholar. Okay. Let's see. Brain using energy and thought. Oh, my God. Abstract. The past decade has witnessed dramatic advancements regarding neuroendocrine control of food intake. Just so you know, during my channel, you may see me read words that you're like, you didn't say that word right. I did not grow up with people that knew words like these. Pretty low income areas. I'm not saying there ain't smart people there, but when you're there, you don't realize that you don't have a lot of people around you. So like, I read the dictionary while I was doing time, and there's a lot of words we got familiar with, but I don't know how to say them, because I have this weird accent from moving from the south to the north, so I pronunciate words differently sometimes, and sometimes I don't. And then on top of that, I just never heard anybody say certain words, so I have no clue how to say it. Like, one of my favorite, and the problem is I got stuck on it, because I would, and I would try to explain to people, like, no man, you have to hear this classical music, like, this is really moving, this is, amazing piece. Like, my friends are like, no. put on some Diddy. Yeah, that's in the news today, right? Yeah, we ain't gonna avoid that. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of channels to talk about it. But if you want to talk about it with me, then let me know. Has had a significant understanding of neural control and homeostasis to the small there. This is considered regional. Cannabis opens up those capillaries. I wonder what's up with that. What the tie could be on that. It's all those first order sensory neurons. Huh. Hierarchical neuronal system in response to nutritional signals. Huh? Whoa. It's got some implications, right? So, to paraphrase, they're saying that there's a particular order of nutritional signals. So, they'll break things down into like glucose, fatty acids, insulin, and they have a first order, saying that there's actual hierarchy to which neurons, which neural systems get responses from nutritional signals, which makes sense, I guess, right? Like, we eat something, if we eat something, and please, if you're like a biologist or a scientist in this, jump in, correct me where I'm wrong, okay? I'm more than happy to have these discussions, but it seems to me like, that makes sense, because if you're eating something, you gotta know what your next moves are. And so there would definitely have to be a hierarchy to, okay, well, this is resolved. What's next? What do we do next? Man, that word keeps popping up for me. A lot. I've been learning about those. That one's a big one. Decrease in food intake and an increase in energy expenditure. Yeah, it's that was fun, right? What did they do there? Wind's blowing that glass pretty big. Hang on, I want to just take a quick break. Not like a break. You guys can stay here, but this camera's just going to go off for just a couple seconds while I blow bubbles in my chocolate milk. I need to check my schedule real fast. Gotta go. I didn't realize it was 11. My bad. Let me mute.
And then the prompt that I put up is yes. So right now, for your bot, this is what it looks like.
Okay.
Hello, welcome to Trips Oregon. Are you interested in exploring? And then if they say yes, then it will go down to asking for their name, their phone number, and their email directly. And from there, we can ask them questions.
Okay.
Right?
All right. Yeah. And our
So-
goal is to try to get them on a consultation. Always. So I love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can do consultations with adding your. Do you have a Calendly? Do you do it through Calendly?
I do it through Zoho Bookings, so I'm completely through Zoho for my
Okay.
CRM and everything.
Definitely. So at the end, in the last dialogue here, let me show you. It will go into appearances. Your session, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Make the last dialogue to book the session.
Okay, chat. So after this, we're not asking more questions. It just goes directly to your book a session. Okay. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna mark this as red so we don't forget it.
Would
Yeah.
Yeah, the empathetic pricing, would that be something we would do right in there, or would that
I believe so.
Yeah, I think so. You're right. We wouldn't. Yeah, because I think we'd want to add. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. We'll have to rewind and add the empathetic pricing in there,
Okay,
and then book a
that's
session.
Totally fine.
Yep.
No worries. We got that. So we're gonna do. Have you experienced psilocybin before, or would this be your first training? If they say yes, then it goes into. Let's go here. Let's do this, and then you wanted to ask, how was your experience?
Yep. And how was your experience? Would you like to tell us about it?
Experience. And then, would you like to tell us about?
Yeah, because that's using your guys' service properly, because then they'll give me all the information I need before the consultation, save us a whole lot of time during the consultation. So
Okay.
yeah.
And then we're gonna ask this as a text statement.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, goes into number 3. How was your experience? Would you like to tell us about it? From there, we want to. Oh, sorry, I wasn't even sharing my screen. Okay. So you can't see what I was doing. Okay, so we're gonna go back to here and share this. Okay, so from there you want to ask, would you like a brief overview of our different sessions such as microdosing, macrodose, or the hero's journey to see what might suit your intentions?
Yeah, that's
And then
No, let's drop that one. Let's just drop that one. I don't think we
Okay.
really need to know that one.
Okay, so then it's like, do you need information on our empathetic pricing or scholarship services options to make our services more accessible to you?
Yep, that's a
Right.
that's a qualifying question. Yep.
Okay, so from here, we're going to share this tab. Where do we want to put that question?
Have you experienced this item before? This will be for sure with us. Tell us about the fourth question.
So, okay, the fourth question. And then they can say yes or no.
Yep. And if they say,
And you want this only to be asked, you don't want this question to be asked for if they say no, this will be my first journey. You just want to go to your schedule, right?
yeah.
If they say no, but if they say yes, how was your experience?
Oh,
and then do you
no,
need
no, no, you're
information?
right. You're right. 100% you're right. Because we
Okay.
do want them, we do want that question to be asked.
Okay, so we're just gonna skip this to number 4.
Okay.
We're gonna do this.
Thank you for helping me map this out. Jeez.
No, you're so good. I know this is like super confusing, so you're totally fine.
I
And
get it though. I've
don't
been
worry.
trying to figure it out for like 3 months now. So,
Yeah.
and if
It
you
is
see
so
my
good.
bot, it works somewhat. So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Okay, so do you need information on our empathetic pricing scholarship for services? First, let's map down the questions that we want, and then we can map it of like, oh, if they say no, it goes to this question. If they say yes, it goes to that question. How about that?
Yeah, that sounds perfect. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Just so it makes it easier on our end.
Good, good.
And then from there, consultation booking. Let's book a free consultation. This will be our last dialogue, right? So this is gonna go over here. So the last dialogue, instead of thanks for sharing this information with us, we're gonna do it here where it asks, let's book a free consultation to discuss your interests and your needs. And then from here we can add the link, like, hey, please click on this link, and then
Okay.
we can get started.
Perfect.
Right?
Yep. And I'm
You
gonna.
want to send over me
That's
the link?
that's exactly what I was gonna do. Great minds think alike.
Just do it in the chat within our Google Meet.
Okay, copy.
Um,
Let's see. All right, good deal. I'll make sure I'm not sharing that one. Come on. Brain. So look at this. Does the link or would the code be better?
I think the link, and then from the link, I think a card could maybe pop up.
Okay.
So
Sweet.
let's see if that pops up first, or else we can like brainstorm if it doesn't after we're done with the chat.
Okay, so free. Yeah, so this is for the free consultation, service booking URL, copy. Alright, let's see if I can actually hopefully transfer it from my laptop here. And call messages. There it is.
Perfect. Okay. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna copy that. I'm gonna go onto your bot and then paste, save. Okay, that looks good. We're going to publish this and then go back to all bots. Let's see how this looks. Yes. Test.
Oh god, I love my background.
It's so good. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, ooh, when I first saw it.
When I first did it too, because all my all my fellow places, they're like doctors and therapists, so all theirs are super clean and white.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if I should do this much color, but
Yeah.
I've even had straight laced people be like, no, that's what got me.
No,
Alright.
definitely. Okay, so it looks like the link is popping up like that.
Okay.
But we can hyperlink it, or I don't know.
I'm
if
gonna
there's-
send you the widget code just in case the tech guys could mess with that, okay?
Yeah, definitely do that. Can you send it to me in an email, and then we can see if we can do anything about that, and I will write a note.
Copy that. Let's see.
But for now, it's appearing like that. I think it's fine while we're still setting up stuff.
Yeah. We'll hopefully have it wrapped up by the end of the week. As long as we get it before Vegas, that'll be fine. Or not
Yeah,
Vegas,
definitely.
Denver. We'll go to Denver. Okay.
You're in Oregon, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Trips, Oregon, of course.
Trips,
okay,
Oregon.
No, I was like, if we were to get our first psychedelic customer, it would be from Oregon. I'm not gonna lie.
What are we?
Representing.
What's our services called again?
And this is just psychedelics, no?
No, it is psychedelics, but it's still
Oh, I have to see the word.
You gotta see it.
Okay, psilocybin.
You're getting it good. You're gonna have it down, and I love it.
Okay. I'll practice.
Okay.
I'll practice before next time.
Like I said, it took me a year to get down. And you want to hear a funny story? Here's a funny story. And it's kind of sad. I'm going to break, people's hearts, but we're a family business, so my lady, she still has a rough time saying it. She can't quite say it. But one day I'm sitting here, and my baby boy, he's talking about the customers are going to come in and sit down on the couch, yeah, and then they're going to get psilocybin. I was like, oh my god, my 4-year-old knows how to say.
That's so funny.
Oh man, yeah, but it is what it is. Okay, back to questions. Yeah.
No, you're so good.
And what's your
Let
time
me-
frame? Just I don't want to run over yours, so if we have to reschedule because I was a few minutes late, that's okay. Okay.
No, you're so good.
Okay.
I'm here until 12.
Okay.
Or until the end of this hour. So I'm with you. I'm just going to. I updated the code as the snippet, so let's see if it works with the snippet.
Okay.
I'm just going to turn off some of the preferences for now, so it doesn't ask all those extra questions. So we can just see how it flows. And then we can go back into your bot and turn those all on.
Okay.
So let me share this tab. We're gonna say yes. We're gonna do test. And then we're gonna just do, oh, okay. Oh, I think it's,
Looped out.
what's it called? Yeah. Here. Let me share one more time.
I'm thinking about it though. It's almost a double whammy because then that, of course, the forum is going to ask for all that information.
The what's it called form?
Yeah, it's the booking
Is there
form.
a skip button on those? Because I think it should be fine. Or maybe we can have the direct link be only a consultation link. Like, can you have a separate calendar made through your service that doesn't ask any of those questions, only through the chatbot?
I think I could.
Okay, then let's do that for it then.
Okay, so I will create that on my end real fast, and we'll make that happen.
Okay,
One-on-one
let me
booking.
just-
We'll give it a specific name. We're gonna call it website booking.
Okay, yeah, it's not coming up yet, but I will see what we can do. If not, we can just have the link
Okay.
there.
30 minutes. No buffers.
Okay. Otherwise, for the questions,
Okay.
so after, do you need information on empathetic pricing? the Let's Book a Free Consultation will be your last dialogue. Do any of these questions need to be asked?
No. I was just kind of overdoing it, I think.
Yeah. So do you think we're good with what we have right here?
I think we are.
Okay, perfect. So I
Yeah,
think
because
that's
our
all we need.
goal is just to get that consultation booked, and maybe
Okay.
just I think maybe no, you're right. We're doing good. I was like, if we could, we're okay to like listen. Like you could book a consultation. We'll just listen to you. I almost kind of want to express that some way. I'm just not
We
quite
can
sure
do that
how.
in the last dialogue.
Okay.
So our last dialogue currently is
Even if you're not ready for services, book a free consultation. We're here to listen.
here. So this is what the last dialogue they see after they finish all of this. Right now is let's book a free consultation to discuss your interests on how our services can meet your needs. Don't worry if do you want to add something like don't worry if blah blah blah?
Yeah, let's say, let's just add the phrase at the end. We are here to hear your story,
We are here
to hear your journey.
to hear your journey.
Whether you take a journey with us or not. Oh,
Okay.
God, I'm getting way over
Yeah.
the top. All right. Keep it simple.
Take with us or not. And then do you want an exclamation point?
Yeah.
Okay, do that and then let me go back, add the original here.
Okay, so there's the...
Okay, so right now this is gonna be your last dialogue. Let's book a free consultation to discuss your interests and how your services can meet your needs. We are here to hear your journey, whether you take this journey with us or not. Click this link to get started.
Perfect.
Okay, so I will update this. I will ask about the card to pop up. If not, we can just have the link for now, and then I will go ahead and build these questions up for you and
Sure.
update your bot as soon as possible.
Perfect. I
Sounds
think.
good?
Oh, yeah, that sounds great. I think I got one more thing too. I think I want to click on this. I think I want to add in here. I want to add this to our meet. Follow us on some. No, never mind. Don't worry about it. Yep, I'll keep that on the website. Sorry.
Okay. No, you're so good.
Yeah.
If that's it for today, then I think we're all set.
Yeah, I think we're good. We'll get those
Yeah.
videos
Do you want a
recorded.
recording of this meeting, or do you think it's fine?
I do. Yeah, shoot me it just in case.
Okay, perfect.
Sweet.
Will do.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You have a good
Bye.
one. Bye. Okay, that's good. That thing's gonna work. It's gonna be nice. Much more personal. I'll be plug in. So I was hoping to get her saying psilocybin. She was working so hard to say it. So she was pretty excited. Okay, so and that was their first psychedelic company they're working with. So that's an awesome feeling. Yeah. So where we at? What we doing? Oh yeah, we were on this story. I lost interest though, cause what's my next meeting? Oh, my next meeting is coming up, and I need to start working on. I'm gonna work on getting a bunch of things lined out. All right, but let's scroll down. This is a great little study. It's got me asking some great questions. Let's see here. Are these all the contributors? Where's the abstract? Where's the not the abstract, the concluding remarks. Okay. Concluding remarks on this. Since the discovery of leptin, Much has been added to our understanding of the intricate pathways through which metabolic signals target hypothalamic centers to alter the energy balance. These advances, however, have come in the face of a rising obesity pandemic. You know, when I worked a lot out in the it ain't no excuse. Find the time to work out. But it's really weird, this system we have. Like, I make the most money sitting down and doing phone calls and doing, sales. Everything else is not as good, but sales make the most money. But it's fickle money. It's up and down money. It's, some months you're killing it, you're doing great, you think you're the best salesperson in the world. Some months you think you're the most horrible person. Why am I doing this? I'm gonna fail. And that's being in sales. Sales just are like that. If any of you all are in sales, make sure you hit that follow button. Give us a shout out. Let's see here. I need to get my other screen up because I know that this TikTok thing, not this TikTok thing, but this let's see here. Let's pull one of these and pull it back over here. Bam. What the heck happened? It's like, it went wild over there. It was moving both things. Oh, video. Who's DJing? That looks awesome. Like, are they DJing at 11 o'clock in the morning? That's great. Well, I mean, they're probably in the UK, so it makes sense. Yeah, so hit that chat room. Say hello. Say hello to my little friend. Oh my gosh, I need that soundbite. Is that a soundbite? Hello to my little friend.
Say hello to my little friend. Say hello.
Oh, this is so good. I think you guys heard that.
To my little friend.
I'll have to download that screenshot, screen record it, download it, make that happen. That's gonna be one of my little buttons here soon. I'm gonna be able to push it. It's just gonna say hello to my little friend. Yep, I like that idea. All right. To be more than $120 billion. Damn, the direct and indirect cost of obesity is $120 billion. The amount that is comparable to diseases associated with. Here, let me get this done. Okay. Delete. Get that there. Get that there. Alright. Thanks for tuning in. Let me get that. Okay, it's almost noon. I'm just gonna take a minute. I don't do well with mornings. I just can get up and handle everything I need to do, but my mornings are slow. Yes, gamer Jay, 100%. I definitely think you asked the question, does anyone ever think the corporate media has been influencing every presidential election since 2000 to be as close as possible so they get the best possible ratings to maximize their profits? 100%. It is definitely a big show. It is, furthermore, I would even go as far as say, not only to maximize their profits, I would go on to say to maximize their control profits as well. And not, when I say they, I mean, both of them. I think I might have to sign for something. Give me 2 seconds. Thanks, man. You have a good one. Good. They've been maximizing the profits, and I think furthermore too, they maximize and extend, how close it is and how everything's just so this or that, and it's just red or blue, because it's also a great way to keep us kind of in a constant state of fear, a constant state of requiring that I mean, come on, man, Marvel fans, right? Loki says it, you human beings want to be ruled. It made for a great scene where, everybody can stand up and be saved and everything. But the reality is he was right. He is right. The movie Don't Look Up did another great job of showing this. One of my favorite scenes, because I've been saying it for so long, but Jennifer Lawrence so elegantly put it. They're talking about, all these conspiracies, which is funny because in the movie the conspiracy was actually true, but, all these conspiracies of I heard they have spaceships and underground bunkers and they're, this is all a big plan and there's comfort in that. There's comfort in, even if it's diabolical, even if it's the most evilest, situation alive, we could, talk about, some very recent crazy thoughts that are out there. There's a comfort in thinking that there's entities that are so powerful that run everything, that's got everything under control. And even if it's not in your best interest, it's all under control at least. That is far better concept than the idea that we are all just random space dust that's formed into consciousness, that has all these different species, and we are just floating around, a sun on a rock with nobody in control. The only interest is which entity has the most kind of capital following at that time, and it's changed hands a few times. It's gone from a couple different empires, always a particular group of empires that particularly appear like myself, and it's been a constant battle over that since the beginning. Since the first man climbed the hill, or woman climbed the hill and looked over and said, "Look, we aren't alone. There's a fire in the mountain across the way. What do we do?" Well, then came the story. So I heard they're gonna do this. I heard they eat people. I heard this. I heard that. Well, we should be proactive. And this person hit that person in the head with a rock, and then it just started, right? Like, it kept going. You can even, even if you want to take it in the biblical terms, that is the biblical story as well. Cain and Abel, right? How do we go back to that first moment? Well, maybe we apologize all the way back to that first moment, so maybe we can actually start working together and seeing ourselves as a bigger, larger piece to this floating rock. And not that we should learn to go to space to leave this rock behind. This is our rock. This is the life that we all know. This is the life that we're here. I think the idea is we should eventually come together enough to leave this rock to establish life on other rocks, and not just throwing this one away because we trashed it. We used it up and threw it in the garbage. No, we continue it. We let this keep going. We improve our chances by improving how many more rocks we're on. Because there could be an asteroid. And conspiracy theory, exactly. Make it better for the future generations. And that's the conversations we need to be having. We need to be having not, this person's that, this person's this, I feel like you're this narrative, you must be that narrative, so you're not going to hear what I say about this. We need to start talking about how we're going to make it better for our future generations, how we're going to make it better for our kids. A lot of people in this Twitch forum, you guys are starting to hit those ages where you're starting to have children, and I know you want a better world for them. And not only that, we're in an age right now where people just aren't having children because they're terrified what the world could be. The world's an ugly place, as people say. I don't think it's the world's an ugly place. I think that man's ego has made it ugly. We think of ourselves as this one entity that doesn't, isn't part of nature, but we are very much a part of nature. We are very much a part of everything on this. And I think, a psychedelic experience I personally had, because I am a psilocybin facilitator, was very powerful with the thoughts of establishing this as a, acceptable mainstream medicine. And medicine might be too harsh a word because, of course, there's a bunch of corporate, profiteering that goes with that. But a natural alternative psychedelic healing process for informational purposes only, that kind of help us connect to that part. That's the part where spirit, people say they connect with the spiritual part of things. That's the spiritual part, That's the part that that people of all religions experience during these experiences. Some religions, there's a great story on Rolling Stone about how they turned around. So I think I got a couple customers walking in, so I'm just gonna help them. Nope. Okay, yeah. I think they've seen the no Nick sign. So I tried to put it inside, but I put it underneath the mushroom sun someone so that they could come in, they could see it, they could be like, oh no nicotine, oh but you have psilocybin you do psilocybin services, what? And we do psilocybin services legally in Oregon, okay? And I am not offering psilocybin services to any of you viewers, okay? You can still achieve this by meditation, mental talking. This is just for informational purposes only. You know, for some of us, it has worked. It has been wonderful. For others, you're gonna, not have the same experience. I can say, openly, there have, these products are not associated with tons of deaths, unlike alcohol and tobacco. So everything I'm saying is just for informational purposes only. But I love your question. Thank you, Gamer Jam. Gamer Jam. J-Man. Yeah, they're definitely looking for nicotine bars. I do appreciate your question. And if you guys ever want to talk about that with nicotine bars, let me know, because I'm well versed in that field. Not happy with it whatsoever. Love the money. Oh, the money is great. That money is money. That money's good. I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna get that charge for my baby boy. Let's see here. Let's see if I can unplug this without unplugging the other one here. Oh. So yeah. We gotta make it for our registry. That's what happened. So for me, my own journey, when my first boys were born, I really wanted to change things. I was, I joined Occupy movement, in solidarity. We marched against banks. We marched against police brutality. This was before 2020's marches. Before, Ferguson and all that stuff. I'm not saying we were doing it first or nothing, but it was just part of our conversation. A lot of people were marching for net neutrality. There was a lot of people involved, it was a leaderless movement, that was the point, was to not, leaders can be killed, leaders can be jailed, leaders can be taken away, an idea cannot. And the idea lives on. And we marched, and we did that stuff. We marched against the banks. I don't know if you all know this, but every transaction used to be called electronics fund transfers. We got sick of the poor being overtaxed with overdraft fees. So that was one of the reasons mainly we marched. We also marched too because we uncovered that Anonymous had uncovered that Bank of America was selling faulty insurance to people that did nothing. So we were marching on Bank of America. Bank of America, you can't hide. We could see your greedy side. There was a bunch of people who were working with senators, representatives, and was able to get pushed through the change on the law that overdraft fees would go away. You would have to opt into it. They wouldn't go away completely. You would have to opt into an overdraft fee, which you would have to tell the bank that you wanted overdraft protection, which was great. They'd charge you $36 or $30 if you didn't have 50 cents to cover your little Hulu bill. And so that's what it was. 10 years later, though, ACH payments became a thing. Eventually, all the cards had chips. The chips were basically an open processing, piece of information that provided enough RFID information to qualify as an ACH. An ACH then is not subject to a overdraft fee, and all the banks did away with EFTs, so no overdraft fees were back. So they had overdraft fees now. So and you couldn't opt out of it. I have a bank, I can't opt out of it, and so here we are. It's it's like, we did that. But the thing for me was, I gave up. I fought so hard, and it was a fight. It was a battle, and we opened 2 doors down from the police station, a little pipe shop, when I got out, and fought for legalization, and I just wanted a better world for my boys, and worked towards it, every minute towards it. And once they were born, and I kind of quit putting myself out there so much to try to make the world a better place, and just was in their world, and then trying to survive, trying to get a place. People would always ask me, why are you at the free clinic, man? We don't have health insurance. We're a small business, man. After taxes was taken and everything, we barely ended up with our tax returns were $14,000. I was a business owner doing $14,000, surviving off of that somehow. It was ridiculous, So, we didn't even have a place. We're living in our store, and that's what we were doing. And so we were still fighting. But it eventually, settled down, relaxed, really started to work towards making their lives better. And that's what we did. And that's what I focused on. And then I almost I kind of went corporate in a way, but it was still selling pipes. But it was a corporate setting, and even my friend was like, we're going to become more corporate. And it was smart to do it. But corporate is, a bunch of ass kissers. So I would consider myself kind of sold out, and was just going through the motions, and surprisingly I was still able to accomplish my goals and dreams, and then I had another baby boy, and then the pandemic hit, and then I watched just complete inept systems, inept governments, and I'm not trying to put one on blame on the other. They're all idiots to me. They're all they are all just kind of after what they need, for their success, and then trying to convince it's for our success. They're all salespeople, they're all really good salespersons. One is a direct car salesman, and the other is more like the type of corporate entity that just kind of rules everything without you thinking about it. And so, long answer short, I felt way more after. It's almost when you want that better world when your babies are born, and so I've been fired up about a lot of things, but I've been just working on the business. So that's why I felt so important to do this business, because people do find that balance, and once you find that balance, you just live a happier life, and you try to help other people live a happier life around you. And I think inherently that is what everybody wants. You could take every single one of these problems that we have, and you could boil it down in a pot. You could simmer it down. What do they call that when you cook that down? I can't remember what it's called. There's a name to it. Chef friends would know. Throw it in the chat if you got it. Reduce. You would reduce that down. So you'd reduce that down to its most basic forms, and you would end up with the same concepts. Most people want to have a happy family. They want to have a way to deal with mental health, to deal with the struggles that they're going through. Most people just want a roof over their head at the end of the night, and a warm meal to wake up to. That is not a lot, and you can come up with all the isms you want, but I don't see why we cannot work together to make this happen. If it required me going into the fields once a month, you know what I mean, I would be there. Sign me up. Let's do it. I would love to. God, I went blueberry picking. That was just so fun. God, it was the best day. Best day. We picked so many blueberries. Yeah, just loved it. Loved it. You know, I would gladly dedicate some of my time to making that happen so that everybody could have a warm meal. You know, so that everybody could have a house, a home, somewhere they could lock the door behind them when they get there. Because there's no reason we can't achieve this together. There's no reason we can't achieve this together. We're building, you know, skyscrapers with golden toilets that sit empty. You know, look it up. Like that little scam artist, that diabolical lady. Yeah, she did fraud some people. I agree. She wasn't cool with that. She did highlight something though. She highlighted just how many of these places are just empty. They're just investments. So it's like we have this system where get to the top, make as much money as you can, and then buy properties and let them just sit empty, so you can maintain your wealth and your higher PowerPoint, right? And so all the properties become outrageously expensive. They go up in price. It's what's happening to us right now. Inflation's up. Everybody's, you know, there's so many properties available on my block. Yeah, but they're trying to increase rent because they know I'm here. You know, they know I'm in this business that has the potential to start doing things. But we're just brand new. We don't have no capital behind us backing us. We are just pouring in with our hearts and our love. You know, that's why we're here for 30 days, working 30 days straight, day in, day out. I sleep when it hits me, and I just keep working. I am non-stop. You know, right now we're just talking and conversating. I'm hoping to make another video with this, so that way we could pull it up and it could play during my feeds at the end of the day. You know, and that's what we're working on doing. We're going to not go anywhere. We're being evicted, but we decided that, hey, we're not going anywhere not until our license is up. Our license is $10,000. It's $10,000 a year. You know, by comparison, my license for nicotine products is $1,000, so it's 1/10 the cost. And my license is $10,000 a year at $695. You know, if I was to be able to book 3 days a week, which we're just not, you know, it's so new. People are trying to figure out what this is. So lots of people don't even know you can come do this recreationally. You just can't take it with you, you know. So we're fighting that, you know, trying to get those bookings. Yeah, that's only, let's say $695 times by 3 services per week is, boom, times by 52 weeks per year, and it's only 108. It's only $100,000, right? I know that seems like a lot, but after you start deducing out your expenditures and everything, it's crazy, you know. So let's divide that by the 12. We're talking $9,000 a month. So that would be the equivalent. So paying $10,000 a year for a license, okay, and at that price, which is our rock bottom price based on the cost of licensing, the cost of lease, and the cost of utilities, not rent, or not salary, not tissues to cry with, not even water to drink. You gotta do 3 services a week to make that happen. The license to sell nicotine products in this small room is $1,000, 1/10 of the cost. and I could sell $10,000 to $15,000 a month, easy. So the equivalent. So it's 1/10 the cost to help people have these journeys, but to possibly help with PTSD, possibly help with trauma, resolve trauma, helping with anxiety, helping with finding a work-life balance, helping with getting, understanding of love of a lost one. All of these small things are readily there, are happening, but it costs $10,000 a year to get that license. It should be noted, I should also just say, because I don't want anybody to get upset, is that $10,000 a year license fee was supposed to come down as this industry grew. So hopefully taxes would kind of offset that and everything. But there's a big movement to make the price of psilocybin nothing. I love it. That helps a lot. But I also know how business works. I know how the state works. The state wants tax revenue. If the state's not getting tax revenue, this is one of the things they tax in Oregon, as we don't pay sales tax here. We pay it through working. If you work, you get taxed here. We pay it through property tax as well. And then hospitality type taxes. And this is one of those. So there's a 15% tax. But if we drop the price of psilocybin down to where it's free or almost nothing, well, then the state's not making that funds. It's not helping lowering costs, which as a business is great. I don't want a ton of competitors, but if we're really talking making it equitable, which we had to, that was literally part of our licensing structure, is to write out an equity plan, which we're changing our equity plan. Our equity plan was for every one person that came in at full price that afforded one. And we were able to get quite a few of those services done. But I'm changing it now because there's just so much negative response. There's so many people saying like we're capitalist pigs because we're charging for psilocybin and this and that. But we just got families to feed. We got businesses to run. $10,000 licensing fees, and if you're going to do it your way, do it your way. I got love for you. For me, I would rather be able to close my door at night and not worry about it getting kicked in by somebody with a badge and a gun. I spent a bulk of my life living like that. Not a bulk, but a def. Like, it's funny because I look back on it, and for as much as it affected my life, it was such a small percentage of my life. In comparison, like I've been just kind of I think in the smoke shop industry I've been more smoke shop than any of that former life, right? But that's just the nature of that beast when you're running in those when you're trying to play the game, so there's a lot of people saying negative things about the pricing and everything. So I'm taking it upon myself. I got nothing but love for the people that are watching this right now, and they're like, yeah, Willie, why are you charging so low? We're trying to survive. I'm bringing awareness. So we've changed our plan to $6.95 for everyone. $6.95 for everyone. Now, that's wonderful. That's great. I would have gladly done your services for less than $6.95. I would have probably done your services for free if you really could afford it. Sometimes I was like, dude, just pay for the psilocybin. Sometimes, and the psilocybin cost has dropped, so that's a lot easier than it was in the beginning. For informational purposes only. This is what told people who needed those helps, and that's what it is. But there's been a lot of hate. I know somebody that charged an extremely high price, and they would do one service a month, maybe one every other month, and then they would do 4 or 5 services for vets, no charge. you know, but you don't see that. You see the price on the website. And so then you have to scroll through hate mail and being called this and being called that. And that's fine, you know. Get your anger out. You're upset about a lot of things. This is how you're expressing it. It's fine. I get it. And, but the problem is this, you know, when we do this, it's $6.95, right? So, you know, $6.45 is like the rock bottom. And, you know, people do want to make at least a salary to have a home and feed themselves and their families. So you can't really do rock bottom. But you got these services, and because now you're advertising, now I'm advertising it, right, for that price. So everybody gets access to that price. The thing is there's people who can afford more. You know, there are people who have paid more. Most of our services average like $1,200. Usually around $2,400, $2,500 is what we were getting for a lot of them. That meant we only had to do, you know, 2 to 4 services a month to get the bills paid for the month and actually have a salary, right? And then what do? We offer free services. Every other person, do you need empathetic pricing? I got you. What can you afford? What can you make happen? You know? And here's the kicker. Here's what's happening on both sides. The people who can't afford it and who are hurting, they're so hurt they feel like they're scums and they can't do it because, you know, I can't, and it's bullshit. Like, I use that word because that's how I feel sometimes, right? And like, they, even though it's offered for free, they don't do it because they feel like they owe something. You know, that they're not worthy of society, worthy of this love, worthy of being able to have these services readily available without exchange. You know, we'll talk about that in a second, but that goes way back to the beginning, you know, where ego and empathy got created. You know, it was all in commerce. It was all in, you know, hunting and then giving out food. And what was the exchange for the food? The appreciation. The later known on in English as thank you. You know, and that appreciation, the word thank you, lost its value in exchange for capital, for money, you know. And so people who can't afford these services usually don't end up getting them. I had a lady who gave me a money order when I specifically told them really not to, that we only do cashes, or you can pay with a credit card for your room service and everything, but you gotta bring cash for your services because we have no way of cashing it. So I had to return it to her, you know, and it was no big deal, but every single step I was like, you know, it's all good, we'll still see you on Tuesday no matter what. Oh, well, you know, it's gonna cost $45. That's fine, we'll cover the $45 if you can still pay. If not, if you can't even cash it, keep it as a memento. We don't even worry about it. This is not, you know, it will come. You know, we just want to help you, and through helping you, even the universe will figure it out. It'll happen. You know, 4 or 5 emails, and every time it ended up being like a personal attack on me. Well, you needed to learn how to do better business. You need to learn how to get the bankings. You need to maybe go to a class. And at every point, it's like, okay, well, I'm in this business and the federal government regulates it. So, unfortunately, there's nothing I could do about those type of things. Second, yes, banking services. We were able to get the banking services set up here in Oregon. I personally worked on this project. Okay, I personally got the people out here. I personally set up the meeting. I was the one that hosted the sponsored event that had them out there. And that's what we did. We worked on the framework. We built out the framework. And this particular person at the bank, I don't want to drop names on who's who, just in case, you know, protect, because banks are very finicky about these things, you know. Yeah, you know. So we set that up. They're a great person. Oh, I didn't realize that. Like, yeah. So, you know, still your services are available. I appreciate you. Well, you need to go to courses, maybe learn how to do business. There's courses at the college. Okay, well, you know, the wonderful person over there I've met them through the Chamber of Commerce. They're wonderful. Unfortunately, when I went to set up to do some courses over, learning payroll out here in Oregon, because it's a little bit different than a lot of other states. So I was trying to figure that out, right? And they were like, that person was like, we're federally funded, so I can't enroll you in the program. But, there are some free classes, but honestly, Willie, I think it'll be a waste of your time, because you seem to have a pretty good grasp on how business operates at its basic levels and even a bunch more of its advanced things. I just don't have a lot of experience with payroll, because that's something you do through banks, and I don't have any experience with banks. I have experience with all cash, because our businesses have generally not been allowed to bank. People say too, like, this is some new idea that they'll cancel your bank accounts because of what you say on Twitch or something, or YouTube. This is not a new idea. We have had this problem for a long time. It was just for cannabis users and psilocybin providers that had these issues. So you keep moving forward. You keep offering the services out there, and you keep going. But then on the other side of the spectrum, so you're offering services for $6.95, right? You start getting the wealthy people who are calling you up wanting services. Now the thing is, and I've discovered this, is wealthy people are great at pretending they care, but they care about one thing only, and that is not, I'm not advocating to eat them. I'm not advocating against them. That's just their perception of the world. That's how they perceive it. So that's how they interact, and we can't be mad at that. But yeah, they tend to be a little bit more. So they'll say, so we've changed our policy. Our policy now is the $6.95. If you call and you book, I'm going to ask you if you can afford it, and if you still need empathetic pricing, because if you do, we do have some outside sources that we could set you up with. It will take much longer than what I could have done, because I was just doing the services as I can. If I do have a slot to squeeze you in and you can afford your psilocybin, we'll do that. But we only have basically one extra slot per week. So if that is not available, that's not available, right? So the $6.95, if I could book for the 3, but I have to keep the 3 open, because I require the 3 to stay operational. And operational, I'm not even saying stay operational where I get to go take a vacation to Hawaii, or I get to wear new shoes. No, I don't get that at that price. But that's okay. I'm used to it. I can live it. So the wealthy people, though, when they see the $6.95 price, they'll talk about it. We'll say, hey, it's $6.95, but normally we would charge $2,500 or $3,200. If you can afford those prices, we ask that you still pay those prices, because if you do, we will then make sure that those slots are available for people who can't afford it at super reduced cost or no cost. And you're in hopes that they still book $2,500, but they don't. They might put $200 down extra, which then means I have a salary. So, because I still need to somehow feed my kids. I still somehow need to pay my rent. My boys like internet. And let's be honest, the only reason we've had internet recently is because our 14-year-old went to work. Yeah. Boy, felt proud as shit that day. Oh, yeah. So proud. Because one day, little Bronson was being unruly, and the rule is, you play Minecraft, but if you be fussing, you lose it real quick. Because, you don't fuss over a video game. You can cry in real life when things are hurting you. In the video game, you're rough, you're tough, you got this. You can mourn, but you gotta keep going. And yeah, so he was, okay, I want to turn off. You know who has the internet? If you ain't playing with it, and I just also hear, well, not this month. I have the internet, and if I want my little brother to play, he's going to play. so I got beat that month. I couldn't say anything because, yeah, he was right. He did pay the internet that month. Like we just barely paid our water bill, Can I make money? Am I some idiot that don't know how to make money? Hell no. I could easily pop up underneath the counter, put in all my drawers a bunch of vape bars, come up real quick, pay for the license, and pay the fine if I got caught. Have, 10, 15K a month just rolling in. Right? And that's the cost, you cut that in half, the cost of goods, so 5. It's still only making like $3,000 or $4,000 a month. But that's what my rent is. My rent's, $1,500, $1,600. It just adds up. I'm just being so real here. That's what you're just gonna get. You're gonna tune into this 30 days live stream. If you're one of my friends, I appreciate you dropping in. If you're a new friend, thank you. This is just me putting it all out there. Putting all my stress, putting everything I've worked on, everything I've given up, all my sacrifice, what my dreams are, what I'm trying to get to, what I'm trying to achieve, and I'm just putting it out there right here. Get in the cold, hard me and smelly jammas with spaghetti, or not spaghetti, but chicken grease. Sleeping at the spot because I ain't going nowhere. Just waiting for the process. I got a couple months left before the license is up. I'll be at SciCon in October. And we're hoping to team up and work with some great people. Hopefully they can see the vision, what we've already established, and help achieve the dreams together. Because dream work makes teamwork makes the dreams work with an S. But I just gotta be careful with my time too. I'm gonna make sure not to waste my time on anybody whose conversation is specifically capitalized, just because I still don't quite understand it. I know we can make a business that can, pay out some dividends here and there. There was a lot of hope, but it's definitely a much longer battle than expected. I think if we can establish the New Age club, I think it would be beneficial. I think it would work, and I think that could be a fairly profitable thing. The therapy model, I mean, like, I was, there was a missing piece I didn't know moving into this, the insurance industry. The insurance industry, the therapy industry exists because of the insurance industry. The pharmaceutical industry exists because of the insurance industry. The insurance industry is the main source of all of this. It is the reason your doctor has a nice car. It is not because he makes money off of his services. It's the insurance industry that decides who, what gets paid, what got diagnosed as what's coded for what, and who gets paid. And even when I was working with therapists, we would just meet therapists that were like, I want to get involved, I want to do something. And it was just like, okay, here it is. I will offer you services. You can go ahead and offer it to your people, and you can actually make an income off of that, and that'd be great. No one could do it. There was not any even at the $695 price, it just doesn't fan through. It doesn't work. It doesn't make it happen. The therapists are being paid way more, but they're on a constant feed loop. So like if you go and get therapy, it could be 2-3 months before that therapist actually gets paid. And so for them, even, it's just kind of this cycle of just this constant, and then of course the thing is too, you set your prices and then the insurance companies decide what they're actually going to pay you. So there's no freedom in that sense there, and that's what could potentially happen with this space. And that would be bad for what I think would be a long term, because people are just looking to connect with people and loosen up and relax, and that's what mini dose does. That's what the small ones do. It can be more of a not go out, get drunk and fall and break your leg, but more of a go out, have a fun time, drink some mocktails, play some video games, color, dance, paint, enjoy yourself, and not have the hangover, not have the horrible things that come with it. I mean, even we're not going to have the transportation plan discussion, but we have transportation plans. We have to